we're about to have is brought to you by MTN. Welcome to the new world. Standard Chartered Bank here for good. FPAC blows your pain away, and multi-TV just thrills. MTN Momo transactions have become the best way to carry out financial transactions in Ghana today. To keep all your transactions safe and secure, always ensure that you only approve transactions you initiated yourself. MTN or any employee of MTN will never initiate any transaction on your behalf or call you to take you through a transaction process on your MTN Momo wallet. Always verify your transactional message and check your balance before you take any action. Remember not to share your MTN Momo PIN under any circumstance. It's your secret. If you're in doubt, call 100 or visit any MTN service center for assistance. You can also send information of fraudulent activity on mobile money transactions by email to mmfraud.gh@mtn.com or send text to 1515 everywhere you go. With the Standard Chartered Visa credit card, you participate in the best rewards program in Africa and get to redeem from the most comprehensive catalog. What's more, the Standard Chartered Visa Infinite credit card provides you exclusive privileges and benefits like never before. Free access to airport lounges across the world with lounge key for you and a partner. Enjoy comprehensive travel insurance up to $2.5 million on worldwide emergency services. So what are you waiting for? Apply now for the Standard Chartered Visa credit card today. Call our client care center toll free on 0800 740 100 on all networks or visit any of our branches for details. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good, and Ridwan Ibrahim Asante is here right now.
You know, I'm just going to show my script to those watching on Facebook Live. How many stories can you see? Everything wrapped up. Usually we're supposed to get, more inches, on the A4 sheet, but now that's it. So it's very simple. One of the days that the Sports Center production is very easy to do are days like this. But, talking about what we witnessed yesterday, I said it was Judgment Day. Imagine on the day, Judgment Day itself, when there will be a camera, a whole cinema, and everybody is watching. So who killed JB Dankwa? Hey, who killed Kwame Nkrumah? We are seeing everything from. Yeah. Wow. So that's what happened. It's a mock Judgment Day. So put your life in order, Daniel Dazi.
It's a message to us all.
I'm telling you.
It's a message to all of us.
Embarrassment, but on that day, there is no way to correct yourself. Everything has been wrapped up, sealed now, unless you don't believe that there's judgment coming up. But hey, more stories were flowing, and how can't I celebrate Golden State Warriors win yesterday? Kevin Durant making 43 points, all because of what? Corruption. Anyway, so lots of reactions have come in following the premiere of investigative journalist Anas Armiyawa Anas expose. Nathaniel Auto caught up with Parliament's major leaders, and let's first hear from Majority Leader Osei Mensah Bonsu, former House of Folk CEO, also who is now Deputy Communications Minister, MP Vincent Sowa Odote, and also the MP for Ningo Prampram, Sam George. They all spoke after watching the premiere.
Well, I must say that what I'm saying certainly is not the best for Ghana football. It's not the best for the politics of the country. It's not the best for the presidency. It's not the best for corporate Ghana. And I'm worried. However, I wouldn't want to even here jump into conclusions. The president has done significantly well by suggesting that the police should conduct a full-scale investigation. I hope the police will be able to get to the bottom of these developments, and then we take it from there.
Thank you very much, Honourable. Thank you very much. So, Honourable Vincent Sowa Odote is also here. I'll just do a quick one with him. Thank you very much. You are a football person. You are former CEO of Accra Hearts of Oak, and Accra Hearts of Oak was severally mentioned in there. How does that make you feel, especially when you are a former CEO of the club, a club that is supposed to be one of our highest rated, who have history and have pedigree not only in Ghana but on the African continent and recognized around the world?
First of all, let me say that I'm really, really gobsmacked with what I've seen today, especially the extent to which the president himself of the FA has gone to ensure that the integrity of his leadership, the integrity of football becomes something that's really, really questionable. With the issue at Hearts of Oak, I'm sure you can see that they were all set up. I mean, just to the target was to see how the middlemen were, as it were, malleable, how the middlemen could be compromised, and it was all those who attempted on behalf of Hearts of Oak were all the Tiger, the Tiger Eye operatives. So the critical thing, and as you yourself will see, is that they found it very, very surprising and shocking how easy referees could be compromised and how the game could be compromised. So I mean, it's really surprising, and it's I mean, I'm lost for words.
But during your time at Accra Hearts of Oak, did you come across stuff like that? Did you ever come across stuff like that?
You always suspect it, but not really. I mean, seeing that kind of thing in the kind of explicitly as it's been shown.
Okay, so I just bumped into the Honourable Member of Parliament for the Ningo Prampram constituency, Honourable Sam Nate George. Thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure.
You've seen the video. You've seen the whole, complement of the documentary. We were all there in the hall. What are your thoughts?
Disgusted, sad. I mean, it just shows you how deep the rot of corruption is in our country. It's not a political thing. Many times we reduce corruption to political football, NDC, NPP. But what you're seeing, referees, even in women's soccer who are not politicians, the ordinary Ghanaian on the street, extremely corrupt. I mean, the political angle that was introduced by Kwesi Nyantakyi also is very worrying. Anybody who understands the working of this government knows that many of the representations that were made by Kwesi Nyantakyi are true and correct and a reflection of the fact. Kennedy Japon's role in this government, his influence in the Ministry of Transport, these are things in political circles we know are true. The things he's speaking about, the fact that the president's family is asking for cuts to be able to facilitate payments for contractors. These are stories we've always heard, rumors we've always heard. Now you're getting true confirmation of it. Again, the issues that have to do with NDC contractors who are perceived to be NDC contractors are not getting their money. That's the truth. Contractors who worked under the NDC are not being paid. So the question is, are we not hearing the truth? We're hearing the truth.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that was a disco which Nathaniel Atto did or conducted at the Accra International Conference Center. Right, that's what he did. Now the big question. Now there's a Black Stars Management Committee member, who is in Iceland for the friendly coming up today. The Black Stars will play in Iceland. Mr. Eddie Doku. He's also executive committee member. He's also the referees appointment committee member. And apparently the boys have watched on social media. I told you the biggest cinema in the world is Facebook and WhatsApp. You put it there. The boys watch. So anytime he comes out from his room, the boys look at him and they start laughing. They start laughing. They just can't comprehend the degree of corruption by Edudoku.
Well, it's alleged corruption now.
Alleged corruption now. So let's wait. The FA has a response. But did Ibrahim Sanidara take that money? Because from what Nathaniel told me, he said the money was given to him, he rejected it but said it should be paid to his boy. Nat had the privilege of speaking to Sani 2 weeks ago, just before, on the day of the Champions League final. He was in the studio on the Joy Sports link, and then we'll bring you that voice later. But Nat, what did he say on that day?
All right, so basically we're talking about all of these situations where people get recorded and all of that. And he said, look, he was confronted with a similar situation.
Just like what we saw.
Yes. He was confronted with a similar situation, and this was during a training session. And a gentleman called Aqua, who was associated with the Accra Hearts of Oak, approached him with another gentleman who was coming from the Volta region. Like Ridwan has indicated, we'll be playing the soundbite for you in a bit. This show was the week before the Champions League final. Now, he stated categorically that so these guys approached him and said that they wanted to get a player into the Black Stars. And he said to them, and he said on the show that, look, on a regular day, if any friend of his comes to him and offers him 2,000 Ghana cedis, he would accept it. He said it on the show. We'll play it in a bit. But then this looked very weird. So because of that, he rejected, the amount that was being, forwarded to him.
Well, the only thing that the video added probably was that he said, look, give it to this gentleman. We didn't see who the person was. But then the narration or the narrator in the documentary said that later on the person confirmed that Sonny collected the money from him. But then what Sonny said in the documentary was that, well, I mean, these things, he cannot promise, that what he needs to tell them as a matter of fact is that the player has to exert himself. Yes, I mean, they can put in a word to the coach and just mention, oh, coach, take a look at this player. I think he's good. That is the best they can do. But then beyond that, the player has to exert himself. He said it at least two times. That's what I remember from last night's premiering of the video.
No, more to come, but it tells you that this case is far from over. This investigation will be battled from the Ghana Football Association's perspective. It looks like it will be a huge legal battle, and we are suited and primed for this showcase. Now, what has been the reaction from the Ghana Football Association? They have not been talking, but there's a statement, and it looks like they will go the full haul to ensure they clear their name.
The Ghana Football Association was not provided with an opportunity to watch the premiering of the documentary, as it was neither provided with an advanced copy of the said documentary nor furnished with tickets by Tiger IPI to watch the airing. Though the GFA did not commission Tiger IPI to undertake this exercise and have not been provided with the opportunity of watching the documentary, we view the allegations circulating in the media very seriously and would wish to take immediate steps to address them. To this end, we believe it's only fair and proper that Tiger PI furnishes us with a said documentary, and hereby request Tiger PI as a matter of urgency to furnish us with all the recorded material on this documentary to enable us forward it to the appropriate quarters for further investigations. The GFA wishes to emphasize that it's an association incorporated under the laws of Ghana and as such governed by the laws of Ghana as well as its own rules and regulations. It is also affiliated to CAF and FIFA. The GFA wishes to place on record that there will be no attempt of a cover-up or shield any of our members caught in the alleged act of corruption. The GFA wishes to assure all that as an institution, it does not condone any manner of corrupt practices. We wish to put on record that 8 months ago, we got evidence of some external influences seeking to manipulate matches in our various competitions. As soon as it became clear to us that we were facing the possibility of some external influences seeking to destroy the sanctity of the game in Ghana, we wrote to FIFA seeking assistance to help combat this menace. The action we took was furtherance of the GFA's desire to fight against match manipulation and maintain the integrity of our game and federation.
Also, there with a statement from the Ghana Football Association that discussion will roll on and on and on, and we'll be bringing it to you. Also, before we go, the Golden State Warriors managed to win 1-1-0, 1-1-10, right? 1-0-2, which is a third straight win. So just one win away from winning the NBA Finals. Good stories to be told. Rafa Nadal will continue his play again on clay as he's trailing in his clash there at the championship. That game was against Diego Schwartzman, who was postponed. Also, world number 1 Simona Halep fought back from a set down to beat Angelique Kerber 6-1. 2-7, 6-3, 6-2 to move into the French Open semi-final. That's your sports, but the raw issue will be discussed.
Of course. That we can call it an extended version of the Joy Sports Center. We'll continue with this. Nathaniel will be here with us. Nathaniel Lato, Joy Sports editor, will be hearing that tape, that Ibrahim Sani Dara tape, a bit later on the show, and also getting all the reactions. We are speaking with Dr. Nyahu Tamaklo today on the Super Morning Show.
Also, if you want a breakdown, Gary Al Smith has delivered once again. Just go on our page, the Joy Sports page, click MyJoyline, click on the sports icon, and then you can get a breakdown of what happened. He's got a stake on what happened last night from the conference center. Amazing stuff there. You want to stay with us today on the Super Morning Show. We'll be dissecting this issue, delving into all the angles. But let's take the groove on the Super Morning Show, brought to you by Stanbic Bank. Moving forward.